How's it? And welcome to the first episode of Ride Bikes Be Happy in a really long time. In this episode, I'm going to attempt to explain how I would prepare for the BCBike Race in just 3 minutes. But first, just for fun, let's roll that intro. The question asked on BCBike Race's social media was, how would you prepare for the BCBike Race? And more specifically, how would you prepare physically, technically, and mentally for the race? Physical preparation. For a while now, training has been going really good. In fact, for the last few months, up until just recently, everything's just been going really well. I can't explain to you why. Something just clicked. But I've been getting up, dressing up, and showing up. And I've managed to lose 12 kilograms and get really fit in the process. So that's really all I have to say about that.
And that's all I have to say about that.
The technical preparation. Again, this is pretty easy for me. Even though we live up in Northern Europe where the winters are pretty hard, we still get out and ride as much as we can. And, well, I've got a DH race career and, I don't know, like 35 years of experience riding mountain bikes. So there's a good base, but obviously I have to keep at it. But I have the dubious advantage of being pretty much the oldest guy in the group whenever I go out riding. So I always have to be on my A game, which means that I end up pushing my technical riding really far. That, and then the other advantage of being a dad to a little shredder means that I have to keep up with her as well these days. The mental preparation. The mental side is where I battle. I guess I've always battled with my mental game, whether it be having a lack of self-confidence or not really believing in myself, even down to whether I'm a good husband or a good father. These are things that are always on my mind. So I've had to work at that a bit, and I think recently the thing that's clicked with me is that I've realized that you have to have a why. If you have a good why, then a lot of stuff becomes easier to do. So one of the things that's made the why a little bit easier is as I get closer to 50, I've become quite aware of my own mortality. You see, my dad died when I was 14. He was 41 years old. And I think that's the motivation that just keeps me going and helps me to keep training, helps me to keep eating right, helps me to not drink a ton of booze. And then of course I mentioned before, I'm the dad to a young shredder, and that also helps me to keep moving forward. You see, if I can inspire Eliana, or basically anybody else who's watching what I'm doing in my life, to just get up, dress up, and show up, and keep doing things that sometimes may be a little bit hard, to get to a point where they can do something that is difficult, like ride a stage race, or ride an enduro, or climb a mountain, or anything else that might end up in good memories and good times, then basically I've done my job. And I guess that's what makes me happy, or at least motivates me and keeps me stoked. So thank you for giving us the chance to be a part of the BCBike Race. Thank you for watching. This will probably be the first episode of some new ones to come. So until next time, stay rad and peace.